certainly we've seen another sell-off in equities and a pretty big jump in gold and silver again this week for 2 weeks in a row. So it is getting to an exciting time. We see in China increase their purchases with the central bank, and Russia also. We see other central banks entering the purchasing of gold, and yet we don't ever see America buy gold because we claim we have so much in Fort Knox. But I've always tried to use common sense. I mean, all of us can learn to do things technically, and certainly gold is above 12.29, where I said last week if it moved from 12.22 to 12.29 and closed, it would signal on the 100-day and 200-day moving average, people that use technical analysis. So we saw it close above 12.29 to 12.33 or 4, and even I do this, it's still like 12.31 or 12.32. So we still think we're in a big buy signal for gold. Not that it's going to jump tomorrow or the next day, but the trend has changed, and we expect gold to move up. Now, I'm getting calls about predictions that gold's going to hit 1,800, 2,000 this year. I'm certainly not making that prediction because I don't know or have any idea, for that matter, if it's going to have that kind of move from 1230 something up to 1,500 in just a couple months. It's going to be very hard to do. But what you can tell is the difference in the wholesalers, the premiums, the delays in shipping on some products, what's going into Singapore for major investment purchases around the world, central banks buying, not one central bank selling, and it's just a situation where you feel it from doing this as long as I've done it, that it is a safe period now with, I would never say no downside risk. That would be impossible to make that statement, but very little downside risk both in gold and silver at this point. And if you'll look, if you didn't get a mailing from us today on the 24th of October with our special on silver, the lowest price we've ever had for silver rounds, you need to call the office or look at the email if you're on our email list. Certainly, if you're not on our email list, it's free. We don't share it with anybody, and you should get on it for information on buying, selling, specials, special alerts, and things like that. But once again, we never share your info with anyone. And you can do that by going to ftmdaily /gold and sign up for that free newsletter that we put out as needed. So where are we right now? We talked about platinum at 756. It's now in the 830s. Jerry and I nailed that, and we think it's going to go much higher. Palladium, that we think you should get out of, has hit an all-time high. It's near the peak. It could go a little bit higher, but it looks like it's going to turn down. The stock market is already turned down over 1,500 points, and we continue to be worried about the stock market. That's one of the reasons you see money flowing into gold, is for a lack of volatility and security in a paper world. Because like we've talked about many times, once that stock market goes down to 1 or 2%, you start getting people sell, and it drives it down faster and harder. You should be in the stock market, certainly. That's not my point. My point has always been to diversify, because you don't know what disaster is going to come upon the land. That's Ecclesiastes 11:2, and I've used that on my brochures since 1976 when I started this company. So not a lot this week, just gradual assurance and confirmation of what I've been talking about the last 2 or 3 weeks, the change, but people are still scared to enter the market because of the down market we had, especially in June and July. And it was quite a drop, similar to what is going on in the stock market currently. But we'll see it. We're seeing it bounce back very strongly. If you're interested in a self-directed precious metals IRA, you can give us a call at 800-247-2812, and we'll show you how to get a custodian. We can be your representative, we can be your broker, but we cannot be your custodian. So give us a call once again, 800-247-2812 to discuss that. And certainly, if you didn't get our recent email on storage, we have the lowest storage rates in the world. And if you're already storing somewhere else and you're paying more, I'm not allowed to say the amount, but call and check on our storage rates. They are the lowest in the world. And we don't mark them up any like 90% plus of dealers out there that take an override off of your storage after you've already bought it from them. Now, we feel that's a gift to you from us. It's a huge gift. We had a fellow this morning that's paying 60 basis points, and we cut it in half or more. So give us a call to get those rates. And if you purchase from us a $10,000 fresh purchase or 500 ounces of silver, whichever is the lowest, you then can move all your other stuff to our storage program and pay the low storage rate on all of it. And that's really what you need to be looking at right now. So call us and discuss. If you're already an investor, you're already holding metals in warehouses, give us a call and let's compare and try to save you a lot of money over the next few years as the price of gold and silver move up. Your rates move up because it's based on a percentage of the value every 6 months as to what you pay for storage fees. We didn't cover a lot of new things this week, but we freshened up some old, and we're continuing to watch this. We continue to feel platinum, gold, and silver. You should be buying palladium. You should be selling and moving into one of those other metals. And there is no update on the crypto, gold-backed cryptos from the last 2 weeks. So not going to get into those today, except they are going to be a major factor next year. In fact, I had a money manager in New York tell me 2 days ago that he's already telling his clients 2019 is the year for gold. It's going to be one of the biggest movers of any investment next year because of the potential cryptocurrencies backed by gold, the federal budget deficit that's running out of control, interest rates that are increasing, dollar value that's going down, to mention a few. So if you have any questions, give us a call. With this week's Precious Metals Market Update, this is Tom Cloud signing in.